So the rematch is highly, highly, highly unlikely to happen. The rematch, well, it's highly unlikely to happen for now. It could happen at some stage, but for now, it is not looking like it is going to happen. Which is a bit disappointing as somebody that, like, the first game was unbelievable between these two. It's disappointing that we're probably not going to see the rematch between Taurasi and Clark. Before we get on to things, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 20.5 thousand subscribers by the end of the day. If we could do that, that would be absolutely, absolutely incredible. But we got to talk about it. We got to talk about Breanna Taurasi, who, again, look. I get it. People don't like Breanna Taurasi. And in general, people aren't like that high on her, and I get it. I get it. Like, Taurasi is... she's Breanna Taurasi. That's all I'm going to say. She is Breanna Taurasi, and you either like her or you hate her. You either love her or you hate her. But looking at this, Caitlin Clark vs. Breanna Taurasi rematch receives a big injury announcement. The Fever vs. Phoenix Mercury games received big injury news. The Indiana Fever and Mercury are set for a highly anticipated rematch on Friday. Indiana defeated Phoenix in the only battle between these two teams, and the Mercury looked to even the series with a win on Friday. Now, both Indiana and Phoenix have talented rosters. The head-to-head battle between Clark and Breanna Taurasi is what so many have been looking forward to. Clark had the better of Taurasi in the meeting, finishing with 15 points, 12 assists, and 9 rebounds. In this exciting rematch looming, the Phoenix made a disappointing announcement that Taurasi would miss Friday's game due to a left lower leg injury. And that is disappointing. That's disappointing. It says it significantly impacts the overall intrigue of the game have been generating. It also impacts Phoenix team that relies heavily on Taurasi, even at 42. So that is a tough one. So at least, if you are a Mercury fan, I've just realized that you guys have not been able to read any of this. I've just realized that you guys may not have been able to read any of that. But hopefully you could see, you can hear. But if you are a Mercury fan, at least there's no, like, questionable for Griner. But, like, this is where it gets really, really tough if you are the Mercury. Because for this game that's happening now, with no Taurasi, it means the only real threat in the perimeter is Kat Copper. Like, look, Natasha Cloud is good. She had 30 a couple of games ago. But, like, Caitlin Clark can actually do a decent enough job on Cloud. Like, we saw in the last game, Cloud did not get much on Caitlin. And they're going to have to do something on the defensive end because they cannot let this is a team that is not equipped to deal with run and gun. They're not equipped whatsoever to deal with run and gun. So, and they also can't let Brittany Griner get put in pick and rolls the whole game. So it's going to be a really tough one for the Mercury. Like, this is a game where, like, I would assume the odds have the Fever being ahead. Again, like, don't gamble. Don't ever gamble on basketball. That's all I'm going to say is never gamble on basketball. Never gamble in general, in fairness. That would always be my... I think there's a reason why you don't... you're not going to hear me talk about any of that. But the Fever are still favored... Or not Fever. The Mercury are still favored to win this game. Which is a surprise for me. I would have thought that without Breanna Taurasi, that this would be a game where you would think the Fever are going to be good. If the Fever can win this game. But the Fever are an interesting team. Like, they're either great or terrible. But you're seeing right here from, like, the New York Post. They're talking about it as well. How Breanna Taurasi's injury could be a path for Caitlin Clark in the Olympics. I actually don't think there's any path for Caitlin Clark in the Olympics. I think at this stage, you're bringing it, not even like a Chelsea Gray. You're bringing, she's already there. You'd bring Alicia Gray. You would bring Ariel Atkins before you bring Caitlin Clark. I think the ship has sailed for that, but it would be horrible to see. It would actually be horrible to see. Like, Taurasi not make the Olympics at this stage. Look, if she would never, I didn't think Taurasi should have made the team. I didn't think Taurasi should have made the team in general. But at the same time, if she's there, you don't want her to not make the team because it's already been accepted that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are not making the team. And definitely Caitlin Clark's not making the team. Because, like, look, it's the Lynx coach. The Lynx coach was, what was she? Back in the days of the public like tweets, she was liking anti-Caitlin Clark tweets. Like, the coach of the team was liking anti-Caitlin Clark tweets. She's not going. Especially when insiders leaked it, that a big reason why they weren't picking her was because of the whole Caitlin Clark narrative. But either way, it's going to be an interesting game later today. If you were to ask me who I think would win, I'm still going to go Indiana. I think they're a really tough matchup. I think they're an even tougher matchup now. And I think it's like, you're either going to, I don't think Nate Tibbetts is going to risk Kat Copper anymore. Because I think you're going to start Lexi Hull on her. I would assume they're going to start Lexi Hull instead of Katie Lou. They have to, because you cannot put, she's just going to destroy Kelsey Mitchell. So you've got to put Lexi Hull on Copper to start the game. You got to put Mitchell. Like, Sophie Cunningham's probably going to come into the starting lineup. Or she might come into the starting lineup. And look, she's fine. She's absolutely fine. Like, I think, is Beck Allen injured as well? I don't think Beck Allen is injured. But she wasn't on that injury list. But she didn't play. Did she play against Dallas? Because, like, they beat Dallas, which is not a difficult thing to do. Like, Dallas are terrible. They're absolutely terrible. No, Beck Allen did play. But, like, they've got Herbert Harrigan playing. What's she playing? Like, near 30 minutes a game. Sophie Cunningham, 30 minutes. So, and then Sutton's out injured as well, who was playing a few minutes. So they are, like, they're not mad. They're not, like, fully healthy. And I would hope Temmie's playing. Because Temmie Fagbenle is a big player they need on Griner. Like, give me Temmie over Damiris Dantas any day. I see, is Temmie listed as playing today? Because if she plays, I'm going for the Fever. If she doesn't play, it's a tough one. Because I don't think Damiris Dantas has any shot on Brittany Griner. I don't think she has any chance. I don't think she runs the floor well enough. I don't think she's equipped to pull Brittany Griner too far out. But, yeah. That would be the one thing, is if Temmie can play, I'll be on Team Indiana the whole way. If she can't play, I'm still going to go Indiana, but in a close one. But anyway, yeah. It's a pity. A big reason why a lot of people watch this game would be for the Taurasi versus Caitlin Clark. And, like, if you even looked at my stream numbers, my highest ever viewers were for Taurasi and Clark. And it's just unfortunate that their rematch is not going to happen. But they're going to play each other again after the Olympics. And we will then see them play against each other. And I was about to say they're going to play against each other for years. We don't know. And this would actually be the coolest thing ever. If Taurasi just decided, you know what, I'm going to end my career with 1 year. Like, in general, the public may not be the biggest fans of me. But I'm going to end my career. Because we're not winning here in Phoenix. I'm just going to end my career on 1 year as the mentor for Caitlin Clark. I'm going to go to Indiana. I'll be Caitlin Clark's mentor. We're going to be a decent team. That's my last year. And I will be remembered in history as the GOAT. Like, not even as GOAT. I was like, and that will be like the final thing in her career. Not like, she's still been really good. But that would be like a storybook way of ending the career of the greatest WNBA player of all time, probably.